What's up, guys? It's NGSU here today, and we're back here with Call of Cthulhu. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut over to the recap. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused a fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, the address of the warehouse set the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigations. And here we are on a new day, getting started off with a new video. So please tag along and please enjoy the ride. We're going to start now.
You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Yo, high key, you know what this this little island reminds me of? I can't remember. It was a cartoon that had Captain Knuckles in it. What was the boy's name? Flapjack. It reminds me of the island from Flapjack. This is exactly what it reminds me of. Okay, talk to Resort. Okay, let's go in. All right, it looks so ominous. Just jeez. I'm gonna go in here to talk. I'm not gonna drink though. If they gave me an option.
Hey, be careful.
She's sitting back watching him just do his dirt.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh yeah?
I said I wasn't gonna drink, but I feel like I gotta earn this man.
So fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Dang.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night.
My question is, like, why are his shoulders
Scream.
not like? Why are his forearms so big?
There's the fate
But
of
his
its
bicep
owners and
is
all the
actually not that
superstitions
large.
that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
The Stranded Whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in...
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Sheesh.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
It's a fair point.
I've got what I need. That'll be all for now.
Okay. Consult diary. All that remains is to leave for Darkwater. I'll certainly find something in Darkwater. Okay. Darkwater docks. Okay. On the approach. Okay, don't need that. Okay. Rizzo advised me to visit the port's bar. He mentioned a little pick-me-up. I suppose I could later. Fishermen have gathered around the carcass of a killer whale. I could have a look and see what the local cops tell me. Captain Forces offered me to share with me what he's found on the Hawkins archives. Okay. Okay. Who's Bradley?
And then he said, "You have no right to..."
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
We had given up the crew of Skyla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater Port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the whaling ship on the... Oh my gosh, the whaling ship on the island. People have amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch of the brave vessel that on board. Of the size of the formidable toothed whale. Okay, so they just caught a whale. They're surviving say, "Oof." Okay, so paraphrase time. Alright, so it was a very big whale that they caught. It was definitely fighting back, and it killed some of the sailors.
My God.
And it was that's why they call it. Okay, that makes sense.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
Oof.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
See, everybody was friendly, but this dickhead.
What you looking at, stranger?
Oof.
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Oh, jeez.
It was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
Okay, well, didn't want to speak game at her, but I didn't want to, pee her off. But that happened.
Hey, Sullivan, the same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Don't treat me like another one of these locals. You're completely overwhelmed, and you could do with reinforcements.
What are you thinking? That you can call the National Guard to an island like Darkwater? For a stranded fish? Gosh darn, Mr. Not like another one of these locals. Go give your valuable advice somewhere else, huh? Now, please, allow me to do my job.
Not doing it very well.
You can't. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get...
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
Oof, yeah. You see, the foreshadowing is frightening right now. I feel like things are about to get
Broken.
rocky.
This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about
The
this.
terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat. Anything else for us to look at?
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
Sheesh. I'm going all around and I'm looking before I have that conversation. Second volume teaches... Okay. Alright, well, we moving. I thought that was a clue. Alright.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
But he has a wooden leg. Does Fitzroy have a wooden leg? A man who looks like him.
What a macabre souvenir.
A second. I gotta get a good look at him now. Yes, two perfectly working legs.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
On the table next to me. Okay. Goofy.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Okay.
Fishing equipment. Huh. Could do with some rust remover. Fishing equipment. Huh. Could do with some rust remover.
Okay.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Okay, so I think he's telling the truth for the most part. But it's just like, I feel like he seems genuine. but I feel like there's somebody. The person that threatened him is the person that I feel like is the person that blacked out all the documents and stuff like that, because they're working with Hawkins or working against somebody at Hawkins to keep everything under wraps.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Okay.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Yep, Hawkins. Lie.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I found a threatening letter signed by a certain...
Yeah, I got a question about that.
I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that.
Sheesh.
But she terrifies my men as much as her own.
That's Cat.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local
I'm just
legend?
getting everything out the way.
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Okay. Like I said, he seems like an interesting guy. He seems very straightforward, and that he seems genuine, so I'm not gonna question it. Well, they're moving, so I'm gonna get on the other side because they was looking at me crazy the first time. And if this is running, this is really, really slow, and this is gonna get me killed. Is there anything over here? Hey, there's some money.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you.
Mark.
I shall take my leave.
Okay. Let me just check over here to see if there's anything that I can look at. It seems like... Okay. I only need one. What is something I can go without? I can't remove anything yet. That sucks. He still has his sanity. Okay. A lever that activates a mechanism.
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
Just gonna take a look around at everything, just make sure I don't miss anything.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Yeah, they probably could get a whole lot of money for it too.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Okay, but where would it go? Okay, up. Looking around. Okay.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Not the handle, that's what the handle was for. Why, is that really the only option? Okay, alright. Well, that's, am I tripping? Because it gave me an option before. It says I'm close to something, am I? Something I can't see? Literally, that's the only option it's giving me is to leave. Okay. Something's going off. Inhabitants. Okay. Alright. I'm just check around and see if there's anything else that I'm missing.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Okay, alright. That's that. Yep. That's why I couldn't do it. There's another piece. Oh my gosh.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Okay, alright.
Thank you for your valuable help.
He's not gonna move.
Okay, sir.
And I don't want to disclose. I'm not gonna show him all my cards. There we go.
You could tell me. No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Okay, both entrances? That's an interesting tell.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, well...
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Alright, so I didn't ask the question because they weren't going to give me information. Both entrances. What does he mean by both? Okay. There's another entrance. But where? We haven't exhausted every option. The statue that they were talking about. Okay, alright. We're gonna go ahead and inspect it then. If we can.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Alright, well, I think that's it's not leading it anywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and then go back to the warehouse. I have no idea what to do. I'll go back to that sailor, because I didn't actually talk to the guys on post. They might, if they're dumb enough, then I might be able to get some information off them easily.
Idea. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Gentlemen, you have a problem.
What? Who do you take yourself for, stranger?
Your boss is very unhappy with your work.
Oh yeah? You're bluffing.
She said those knuckleheads are incapable of staying at their post.
Darn it.
You think he's telling the truth?
We'll find out. Prove that you really know Cat.
It's risky to question my word. I wouldn't like you to get cut with a certain Italian knife.
Okay. You've convinced us.
Okay.
And is she who sent you? What do you want from us?
I have to take a look inside the Hawkins warehouse. Leave me alone, and I'll put in a good word for you with Cat.
Okay, it's a deal.
Yes, sir. Okay, I figured it out. Alright. They are that dumb. Look at that. And of course the ladder's messed up. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Thank God.
Perfect.
No minigame.
Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case? What happened here?
Oh, okay. I see what I gotta do.
These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. It smells as bad as it looks. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Anything hidden anywhere?
Oh, someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is, has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! The Hawkins case has been wound up. Let the dead rest in peace.
You sent your men away. Bad idea. I see only one overweight police officer and one hardened veteran.
How dare you? I am a representative of the law.
Relax. Look what I found. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene. Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you?
Sheesh.
What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
That's a oof.
Is it far, this mansion?
Why'd she joke his balls like that, though?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building?
Oh, jeez.
That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
How did I never notice that? I never looked up. That's why I never noticed that. Sheesh, dude. Yeah. That was trippy. This entire case is just why. My question is, why would somebody want to move the painting? Like, what was the importance of the painting? I don't. Maybe if I could have inspected it a little bit more. Maybe there was something that I missed. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned reveals some surprises, signs of recent occupation as well as partly charred painting interrupts. Pierce convinced him to join the investigation. The police officers willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. Enter madness. Somebody's there and he's breathing real hard.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, He lost his whole family.
Sheesh.
So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake.
Correct.
Anything else?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Okay. Alright guys, that's the video. We're gonna continue this next part in our next video, and alright, that's peace.